Hi, it's Simon Stockhausen here. I want to show you some of the hang patches from my library, Falcon Singles hang. So here we have a preset which uses 279 samples. It's all 9 pitches from the hang mapped to their original pitches, which you can see here. It's a pentatonic tuning, and I sampled the instrument at 5 velocity layers and 6 times round robin, and the round robin is happening on oscillator level. So you see in each layer, each key group, you have 6 round robins, alternations, either in cycle mode, or if you use the key switch down here, so C0 is selecting cycle mode, and D0 will select random cycle mode, random cycle round robin, which randomizes the sample playback, but it never repeats a sample before all 6 samples are played. So it's not a big difference, but it can make a difference. Let's listen first. So the sub is mapped to F2 because it sounds like F. It is an F. And the sub has 9 round robins, also an oscillator level. And the higher velocity layers of the pitches, they sound almost like steel drums. They have a small twang, glissando in them, and have more metallic sound. And as the original pitches of the instrument are not fitting with the perfect tempo tuning, like they deviate up to 40 cent, you can either preserve the original tuning if you dial this macro hard left, and if you dial it hard right, it will sort of tune them to a perfect chromatic tuning. So that goes down. They are all higher than the original tuning. Like if you refer it to 440 Hertz for an A3. Let's listen to some higher pitches. So if you're mixing this instrument with other synths and instruments, you might want to adjust the pitches, otherwise the detuning could be disturbing. As in this patch, only the 9 original pitches are sort of mapped to their keys. I also have a chromatic patch, which I'll show you in a minute. You can, of course, then coarse tune the whole thing to adjust the instrument to your musical project, like 6 semitones up. So it's scaled to semitones using a mapper, or down. Of course, that's not realistic, but it's helpful. So then, of course, you have a full attack, decay, sustain, release. Let's turn the effects off for a minute. Let's go to random cycle mode here. So if you want a bit more punch, you can also have like muted hang. Then you have an EQ. Let's get back. Then you have a, no, let's go to the effects first. You have a convolution reverb. It's a plate, 480 plate. To save some CPU, you can always switch it off. Then you have a normal algorithmic spark reverb with a decay control. And the overall velocity sensitivity you can adjust here, because the lower velocity levels, of course, also are sampled at a lower volume. You might want to adjust that to the, depending on the mix you're using this thing in. So this is without any velocity sensitivity. So then you have a random pan thing. Turn the reverb down. And full EQ for low, mid and high frequencies. And you can dial in chorus, which sounds pretty nice on the hang. You have a depth control, so it's for a more mellow sound. And then you have a delay, and you can adjust either straight or triplet timing. Let's put in a click here. And you can dial in some diode clipper distortion for the bass, sub bass. Turn the delay down again. Then you have a maximizer limiter thing, if you want to get some more loudness. And you have a compressor, which can be helpful for a more punchy sound, or if you want to bring this instrument out a little in the mix. You have a compressor gain too. And the modulation wheel sort of randomizes the pitch slightly. It's like 50 cents in either direction. So that's this instrument. I also have an instrument which skips the sub bass for the purists and has no coarse tuning. And then we have a chromatic version and one with a bass, synth bass. So let's check this one first. It also has this switch between random cycle round robin and cycle round robin. You can see all the things which I describe here on this page. It's all written down. So, and this is like each pitch is extended, so you have a full range from C2 to C5. I wish there was a hang, a chromatic hang. So in this thing you can play fully chromatic, and it's like a chromatic mallet instrument. Quite beautiful. And the controls are identical to the other patch that I showed you. There's just no coarse tuning, but you have the tempered tuning thing and all the other things. Then there's this one with the bass, which is actually a hang sample run through the plug oscillator. If you look at the bass layer here, key group. Skip the mapping. Go away. So that's for more groovy stuff. Same controls as the other one, tuned, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I'll make some more. I'm still cutting on the finger articulation, which have another 270 samples for the multi-sampled finger articulation with 6 round robins and 5 velocities. If you have a look at the mapping, that's how it looks, and the finger articulation will be pretty much identical, but it sounds quite different. And then there will be a patch which mixes the mallet articulation. This is played with a hard mallet and the finger, so you will have 3 octaves of each and maybe the sub, and yep, it'll be fine. Okay, that's it for now. Have a great day. Bye.